y'all, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. So today's video is gonna be a story time. I'm good for some story times. I have so many story times that I feel like this is just kind of becoming one of my things that I do. Like I always have something to tell y'all about something crazy that has happened to me. Y'all can see what the video is about from the title, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started because you know I don't like long intros. This story starts, I was about 22 and I was in college. I was working a job off campus for the summer. I wasn't coming home for the summer, so I was working a job that was off campus at a fast food restaurant. And this happened within maybe my first couple of weeks of working there. I was just starting to get to know everybody that was on the staff, trying to get to know my coworkers, learn their names, where they were from, you know, things like that, because you just want to be, you're spending a lot of time you're spending a lot of time with the people that you're working with. So of course you want to get to know them. So one day at work, it was a slow day and we were all just kind of talking and getting to know each other. It was me, three other girls, and two guys that were working that day. Nobody was coming in, so we were just all sitting around talking to each other, trying to make the time go by. And one of the girls says, hey, you know, I don't have your Snapchat. Let me get you on Snapchat. So I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. So I give her my Snapchat and, you know, she adds me, and she was telling one of the guys, let's call him, I don't remember his real name anyway. So let's call him Jeremy. Is that his name? No, it can't be his name. No, it's not his name. So she was like, Jeremy, let me get your Snapchat, because I never got your Snapchat, but they had already been working there together for a while. And he was like, oh, you don't have my Snap. Okay, let me add you on Snap or whatever. And then he looked at me and he was like, let me get your Snap too. So I wasn't thinking nothing of it. I was like, okay, fine. Like I had gotten everybody's Snapchat pretty much at that point. So he asked me for mine. He adds me. Cool, whatever. We go through the rest of our shift. Everything's good. I get home after work, you know, do my winding down and getting ready to, you know, just chill for the rest of the night because I'm tired from work, standing up and doing all that. If you work in fast food, you know, your feet hurt after work. I remember I was laying in bed watching TV and my phone went off. It was Snapchat. So I was like, oh, that's what's his name or whatever. So I got to open it. And it's just like, hey, you know, I wish I had these receipts. But I don't say, but this was back when Snap would disappear and you couldn't save anything. So don't have the receipts for y'all. But I assure you this is what happened. So he just said, hey. And I was like, hey, okay, yeah, what's going on? You know, it was just random for him to message me that night. What do you want? He was like, you know, I wanted to ask you, like, are you dating anybody? Are you seeing anybody? No, I'm not dating anybody. Why? And he was like, well, you know, I just thought you were beautiful. And, you know, I just wanted to, you know, say hi to you and like, see if you were talking to anybody, maybe sometime we could kick it or whatever. And I was like, nah, you know, like, I'm not really on that. Like I see you at work, you know, you're cool or whatever, but nah, like I'm not into that. You know, I just wanted to let you know that I was interested and I was seeing you, and, you know, I just wanted to see if you know, you wanted to kick it or whatever. I'm like, nah, no, thank you. You know, I'll see you at work though. You know, that's it. So that was that. That was the conversation. That was the extent of the conversation. That is all we talked about. The next day, around the afternoon, I get a Snapchat request from somebody. So I'm assuming, well, I just gave my Snapchat to people at work. So I'm assuming that it's somebody who I gave my Snap to at work. So I just added them. It wasn't like their name. It was like, you know, like one of those made up handle names or whatever. You know, people be making shit up. I added them and they immediately sent me a message. I opened the message and they were like, hey, this is, let's call her Martha. She looked like a named Martha. This is Martha. I just wanted to know, have you been talking to Jay? And I was like, I don't even know who that is. I was like, what the fuck is Jay? Like, I only knew one person named Jay, and I knew them from like high school. So I was like, what? I was like, if you're talking about this person, I was like, no, I haven't talked to this person since high school. I don't know what you're talking about. And they were like, oh no, I'm talking about Jay from X insert fast food restaurant. You might know him as Jeremy. Oh yeah, I work with him. Yeah. I talked to him yesterday. And she was like, well, I'm his daughter's mom, and I just want to know what's going on. I was like, nothing? What do you mean? Look, lady, I don't talk to him like that. We had a conversation yesterday that was very brief. And that is the only reason I am in his Snapchat history, if that's where you found me from. Because I don't talk to him. I just wanted to let you know that we're together. We have a daughter together. And I just wanted to see who you were. Because if there's something going on, I feel like I should know about it. And I'm like, yo, I don't know who you are. And I don't know him. I just work with him. And I have never had any sort of interaction with him. I'm not interested in him. I don't know what to tell you. So that was that. After that, I blocked him and her. I don't even know you, and I don't know him. Get off my phone. So I didn't even think about this no more at all. A few days later, when I'm at work, he comes in for his shift. I'm already there. I've been there a couple of hours. He comes in with these two women and a little girl. I recognize the little girl from his Snapchat story. So I know that's his daughter. I'm like, oh, that's... The two women sit down at a table that's like directly in front of my register because I was working the front counter. And they're just sitting there. He comes in, he clocks in, doesn't say anything to me. He walks by, he goes to the bag, does whatever he needs to do, get ready for his shift. They're just sitting at this table facing me, across from me, and just looking. Like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, who the fuck are they? Another girl that was working with me, she was working the window. But she was getting ready to go to her break. So she comes over to the counter and clocks out for her break. And she goes, what's she doing here? I'm like, who is she? You know, because I'm not trying to move my mouth. I'm like talking. I'm like trying, so she don't realize I'm talking. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck going on. I'm like, who is she? That ventriloquist. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, see my mouth moving. She's like, that's Jeremy's baby mama. You're a psycho. I told you I don't know him and I don't know you. What the is you doing at my job being weird? This is weird. She's just sitting there with this girl across from me watching me work. And he looks extremely uncomfortable that he's put himself in this situation. So I say, hey, do y'all need anything? And she's like, no, we're good. So you're here to watch him at work? This is really strange, ma'am. So eventually, after however long they were sitting there, I don't know, I think it was about 40 minutes, they get up and they leave. They don't get anything. They get up and they leave. Okay, great, bye, you were weird. You're sitting there staring at me in the first place. He comes over to me when they leave and he's like, hey, I'm sorry about that. I'm like, what the heck was that about? She went through my phone. She saw that we snapped each other, and she went to your story and she saw you and she confronted me. And I guess that's when she reached out to you from her snap and tried to see what was going on with us. And I tried to tell her like it was nothing. We're not talking. We're not dating. We're not doing any of that. Like, we're just co-workers. And I was just talking to you. I was just asking you a question. Like, I was like, look, don't put me in none of your baby mama drama, none of that. I don't want nothing to do with that because I don't even know you and I don't even like you. I am not even attracted to you, dog. I thought that was the last time I was going to see her, and I was sadly mistaken. This girl showed up the next day and did the same thing. She came in there and sat down and just looked at me. After that second time she did that, I didn't see her anymore. I wasn't working there much longer for me to see her ever again anyway, and found another job on campus. Not because of her, but because I wasn't about to be working at fast food no more. After that, I said, I don't want to talk to none of y'all. Don't add me on. Leave me alone. I was like, this lady could wait for me and try to slit my throat or something. Look, man, I was like, don't even come around me no more, because your baby mama's insane. She just made herself look crazy, and I never saw either one of these people again. Thank the Lord. If y'all like this video, please remember to like, If y'all like this video, please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and do all those type things, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.